Thank you very much. The microphones should be working now. It's my understanding that they're working now, so we'll continue on with those. Once again, the question, should the Utah Constitution be amended to prohibit Utah government entities from granting preferential treatment to any individual group? Speaking against, Representative David Litvak and Ms. Mary Dice Brown. You're welcome to it.
Well, I actually believe that this is deceptively simple. It sounds like it's obvious. But I gotta say, I don't even know why we're doing this. This is a crazy idea.
I know.
What is the problem? Who has been disadvantaged? Why would we change this? Affirmative action, which has become a sort of a dirty term, has been probably one of the most effective vehicles ever to change a society. I grew up in Salt Lake, and I've got to say that the first time I saw a black person, I was in junior high. We here do not have a large minority population. We don't. We don't have, I don't know of any instance in which a white man can say that he's been disadvantaged. I don't know why we're talking about this. And I actually think it's destructive. First of all, I mean, really, is it over? Do we not see each other's skin color and gender? Really? Is that really true? I think it's not true. I think that there have been, it's so disingenuous. Why don't we talk about what really is? And that's the problem with this initiative. The problem with this initiative is the idea that you cannot give preferential treatment. Now, what does that mean? Does anyone know what that means? Okay, can we ask on a college application what your ethnicity is, what your sex is? Sex would probably be obvious, but okay, let's say that is not a preference, that is information gathering. All right, we've gathered information now. What do we do with it? If we discover that there is a barrier or a problem that to some extent is defined by race or ethnicity, color, gender, are we not going to give the state the power to address a real problem with real solutions? Are we going to make believe? I think it is absurd. This is an absurd proposition. Why would we make a constitutional amendment that will not allow our government to make reasonable decisions? Let's think about the public education system. There was a Deseret News article that I'm looking at here, and it's from April 2010. It's talking about the educational panel. And apparently the State Board of Education has created a coalition of minorities advisory committee on which no minority sat. All right, that's interesting, that's fine. But it is a little illogical, and that is even with some affirmative action in place. What I want you to think about is this constitutional amendment is seeking not only to end discrimination. Well, that's nothing new. We have federal, state laws, regulations that say exactly the same thing. But preferential treatment. Think about, for instance, the University of Utah. In the year 2009 and 2010, they have 3,500 minorities. 3,500 students who identify themselves as minorities. Do you know what the capacity of Rice-Eccles Stadium is? 45,000. 3,500 is an absurdly small number. Why can't we have the ability to make decisions based on what is. I think it would be great if race was no longer an issue. I think it would be great if gender was no longer an issue. But I look at you and I can see that someone's black. I can see that someone's Hispanic. I can see these things. When I don't see them anymore, maybe we should talk about it. Why here in Utah? Let's think about Utah. Why would we do this in Utah? We have such a small minority population. Why would we not allow our government institutions to address problems that are directly related to race, gender? I don't understand this. I don't understand the need for it. I think that it is profoundly negative in terms of a proposition. One more point, because I promised I'd do this. I got a call from a guy named Mike Martinez today, and he kind of wanted to know who I was and why I would talk on such an issue. And his point was that a white woman cannot express the views and the difference of opinion. I don't know that there'd be much of a difference of opinion, but of the Hispanic community. Mike Martinez is a lawyer in the city, and he's active in Hispanic affairs. He's an activist. And I am hoping that he will get an opportunity to present his views when the question and answer period is. But one of the things that I just want to point out to you is all of us are bringing to the table different things. Some of us, like me, come from sort of a standard Northern European mix. I'm a white woman. I grew up here. And in fact, there has been a sexism in this culture, and there continues to be. It's soft. I think it's beneficial. But there is a patriarchy here. I don't think you can deny that. Mr. Martinez comes from a background of Hispanic migration, I assume. People who are black who are here probably have not been here for generations. All of us have different points of view and different origins and different needs. Why can't policy be tailored to these things? Why would we do this? I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I think this is so counterproductive and unnecessary. And I hope that the legislature will understand that this is not the way to go. Utah should have the ability to make decisions about its population as it sees fit, tailored to individual communities. And this, in fact, will not lead to that. I hope that you will think about this.